Action Force is the code name for an international, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
You got Tazz! Look!
What are you talking about, you idiot?
What? You got Tazz!
That's funny, you stupid.
No,
You change,
you can't
idiot.
change that. It's on the board. It's like set in stone or something. You know that.
You at least have my back tonight or what?
Bro, you know, ever since we were little, I had your back, bro. But tonight, seriously, I got some stuff to do. Hey,
You got some stuff to do. What are you
Good luck,
talking,
bro.
you idiot? You sit there and you're laughing. I can't. You know what?
all right. Every single day, somebody's gotta pay. Looks like Pete Gas will be wrestling past night. Hey, Gas, wait up.
It's a party every Sunday afternoon here on Channel 4, and no better way to start this show than with the ultimate party guys, Godfather and D-Lo. And Godfather limping his way out to the stage, the victim of an attack by Bubba Ray Dudley, and what was a heinous week for the Dudley boys.
Tonight's contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring is accompanied by the Godfather from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 268 pounds.
Chop block by Bubba Ray has now put the Godfather on the injured list in a week in which we saw the Dudley boys go further and further to cementing their legacy as the most destructive tag team force ever in the World Wrestling Federation. Yeah, the Dudley boys on SmackDown going so far as to faking an injury, losing a matchup, just so they could get their hands on the paramedic and WWF superstar, BB, and Bubba Ray powerbombing that poor young woman through a table in the middle of the ring. Well, BB is a WWF superstar, so at any time you're around ringside, you are vulnerable to an attack. Certainly, we know that Bubba Ray wanted to attack BB on Raw on Friday night, and had to wait just 24 hours to finally get his hands on BB and put her through the table we saw on SmackDown.
It's time once again for everybody to come aboard the... Man, I know that I ain't the only one. Is there any players up in this house? Well, if you do it the way the Godfather does it, don't hide it, take it out, light it up for the Godfather's sake!
Well, the Godfather, I guess, could say limping ain't easy. Like Limp Bizkit?
And his opponent, bring it coming to the ring by Tazz. He weighs in at 249 pounds. Headbanger, Thrasher.
To get back to the Dudley boys for a moment, Kevin, I don't think we've ever seen a team more sick, more sadistic, more vile, more heinous than Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon. And the problem with all this is, Kevin, is that Bubba Ray gets off on the damage that he does. He gets into this euphoric trance. We saw it when he put Terry through a table. We saw it when he put BB through the table. We saw it when he put Edge and Christian through tables. And can you imagine if poor Terry was at home watching SmackDown, what she must have been going through? Well, the early assessment on BB's physical condition is much the same as Terry's. While she did not suffer any permanent physical damage, emotional trauma is said to be quite great. Michael, you make a very good point. If imagine how Terry must feel, knowing that the attacks continue. And there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not Terry will ever be able to return to the World Wrestling Federation.
So it's D'Lo one-on-one against Thrasher, and I think you got to give D'Lo the edge in this matchup, Kevin. Thrasher accustomed to tag team matchups. Obviously, D'Lo a little more from the singles end of things.
Well, certainly D'Lo is a singles specialist, and Thrasher with his tag team partner at ringside. Keep in mind, though, Godfather's down at ringside, but very inactive. His physical condition right now, he's in a lot of pain with that knee.
We're 2 weeks away. Check your local listings, folks, for No Way Out from the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut. It's sold out, and the main event has been set. Cactus Jack will take on Triple H, not only for the World Wrestling Federation Championship, but inside a Hell in a Cell match. And if Cactus Jack loses, Kevin, his career is over.
Totally is. And to anybody who is a new fan of the World Wrestling Federation and may not know what Hell in a Cell is, it is a 20-foot, completely enclosed steel structure. There is no way out of this thing, literally, at no way out for Cactus Jack and Triple H. And many people say it is the most brutal match in World Wrestling Federation history.
And we're going to have an example of this Hell in a Cell match. A special look at Hell in a Cell a little bit later on in heat as Mosh takes advantage of the referee's back being turned to hammer away on D'Lo Brown.
And you see referee Jim Corderas keeping the Godfather back. That's actually for the Godfather's own good. You really can't get in there physically this afternoon.
And for those of us who've known Mick Foley for 15 years in this business, Kevin, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, has wanted one thing, and that is to defend the World Wrestling Federation Championship at WrestleMania. If he wins Hell in a Cell against Triple H, that dream will come true.
But at the same time, Michael, his dream of the World Wrestling Federation does not want to end at no way out. Look at Mosh. And I know that Cactus Jack really putting it all on the line here, but he has to in order to get the World Wrestling Federation title opportunity that he wants and the main event opportunity at WrestleMania 2000.
Cactus Jack, one of the alter egos of Mick Foley. Mankind, one of the other alter egos of Mick Foley. Wait a minute. Sunset flip, D'Lo Brown. Got him over, pinned the shoulders. 2 count to kick out. We saw Mankind take on The Undertaker at Hell in a Cell in 1998. We saw Mankind go through the cell, falling 20 feet to the floor, go through a table, fall on tacks, get his teeth put through his lip. But that was Mankind. Can you imagine what Cactus Jack's going to do?
Mankind is the lovable, affable personality within Mick Foley. Cactus Jack is the sick and sadistic one.
Perhaps the most aggressive superstar in the history of the World Wrestling Federation.
What a battle this has been. D'Lo and Thrasher kicking us off this afternoon here on Heat. These guys are going at it.
Well, Rodney was scheduled to take on Tazz, but it looks like Pete Gases gets that honor now.
As JR would say, a case of the limber tail, I think, for Rodney.
And D'Lo Brown hammered away on Thrasher. Big right hands from D'Lo, former 4-time European champion. D'Lo whipping Thrasher into the ropes. There's the big fat body drop.
I wonder what D'Lo thinks of the new European champion, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle defeating Val Venus on SmackDown yesterday. Big win for Kurt Angle.
Oh, here we go.
And D'Lo Brown, leg drop time. Oh, got it. Floats into the cover, hooks the leg. There's 2, and Thrasher kicks out. Mark Henry in action a little bit later on. Takes on the big boss man.
Be great to see Mae Young by Mark Henry's side again. The smile is back on her face this afternoon.
Oh, what a kick to the face of Thrasher from D'Lo Brown. It was Kurt Angle delivering that fireman's... Wait a minute! Mosh just switched with Thrasher.
What in the world?
Referee didn't see it, and he walked right into D'Lo. This is over. D'Lo Brown has defeated Thrasher, but he actually pinned Mosh. What is referee Jimmy Corderas thinking about?
Jimmy Corderas' vision is usually impaired, more so than ever before, but it certainly worked to D'Lo Brown's advantage. What a way to kick off Heat.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Heat on Channel 4. Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly at ringside, and we will have the Heat debut of Tazz here on Channel 4.
It's going to be very exciting here in the hour. Tazz makes his debut here on Heat, but I'm not so sure the Mean Street Posse is ready for what Tazz can deliver.
Stick around. We have a great afternoon for you on Channel 4.
Right now, let's take you to a feature where the champ, Triple H, appeared on a show in the States called Grown Ups.
Yeah, what am I doing here today? I'm acting.
I've got an idea. Write my line on his face.
All right.
What? Marlon Brando does it all the time. It helps him remember his lines.
My character's name is Cameron Russell. See right there? Triple H. That's me. I'm playing basically my character in this show is kind of like a spoof on Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's out of his element playing a romantic lead in a film, and so I'm dressed kind of dapper. I've got the nice suit on here and everything, and I'm playing a romantic character that can't quite remember his lines exactly.
And action! But could I interest you in some Pinot Grigio?
Yes. I'll have the Nepio Grigio.
Yeah, hot.
Triple H, the romantic type?
Am I romantic? Ask Stephanie. She'll tell you I'm the most romantic guy walking the planet. Huh, babe? Acting is hard. Not quite as hard as my biceps, but it's hard. Actually, this is very easy. It, beats getting wrapped in the head with a steel chair.
Wait, hold it, Cameron. I thought you big. My man came in, he was a true professional, handled his business. You know, we were all nervous. Thought he was gonna come in slamming people, you know, if he didn't like a line or something, but wasn't even like that. It's been a lot of fun.
Working with the other actors has been great. I mean, like I said, everybody here's like a family. Jaleel and everybody, they're all like family. It's like a little unit, just like wrestling, and everybody gets along, and they've just kind of like let me right into their family. I'm like the little lost brother that, came home for the weekend, and it's been great. I'm having a blast.
His acting's great, man. He's been here for like a day and a half. He's off book. I screw up all night. He hasn't screwed up yet.
Yeah, and he's natural.
You guys aren't just busy right now, and he said,
The hot chick I'm working with.
I think he's wonderful. I was thinking the next Mel Gibson, Ray Fiennes, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he was, it was great listening to him. Obviously all the crew and the cast was asking him a lot of questions about the behind the scenes, how do you, all the war stories on how they smash somebody's head into the steel stairs. And
I have watched WWF. It is some wild stuff. It is some wild stuff. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But it's great entertainment.
and I was asking if I could become the first 5'4" wrestler called The Stump.
WrestleMania 2000, that's our biggest show of the year, is April 2nd at the Pond in Anaheim.
Oh, I can get the network.
You gotta come to
Put
that.
him on the spot right now. I'm gonna get the network and give you some sweet tickets.
Yeah.
He came in, he had done some homework before he got here. He was just a trooper, you know, going through the takes and matching and just, you know, what professional actors do. So I couldn't have asked for a better experience than with him.
You're about to get beat up by that guy right there that's going to tell you to get off the set. So get off the set.
You know, Kevin, Triple H not the only star. Chyna was not with Chris Jericho on Raw or SmackDown because she was filming a TV show here in the States and also took part in one of the big variety shows, The Tonight Show.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, he weighs in at 497 pounds. Viscera!
Well, if this was on a TV show, I guess you could say it's What's My Line? A lot of people are wondering if Viscera is maybe going into business for himself as opposition to the Acolytes Protection Agency.
Yeah, we saw the Hollies take on the Acolytes on Raw in a hardcore match, and Viscera helped the Hollies pick up the victory, but a little bit of payback yesterday on SmackDown.
Yeah, the Hollies knew that something was up. Hardcore Hollies said it on SmackDown. Something was very fishy with Chris Jericho wanting to compete against both the Hollies, one arm tied behind his back in a no disqualification match.
1 pound, Funaki!
But Chris Jericho is the master manipulator. You had to know why 2J, the Intercontinental Champion, would have something up his sleeve, and he did. The match was barely 30 seconds old when the Acolytes came storming from the back, beat up the Hollies. It was a no disqualification match and allowed Jericho to get the victory.
So you're saying that Chris Jericho employed the services of the Acolytes Protection Agency?
No, I'm not saying that, because I don't think Chris Jericho would spend a penny on hiring the APA. What I'm saying is he manipulated the Acolytes, realizing the Acolytes had a score to settle with the Hollies. He manipulated Farouk and Bradshaw, got involved in the match so he could pick up the victory and show his bravado.
Boy, if that is indeed the case, I wonder how Farouk and Bradshaw would feel realizing they've been worked over by Y2J.
Not too good. And Funaki, who would have the quickness advantage in this one against Viscera, hammers away on the nearly 500-pounder. And there's the strength of Viscera.
Why would somebody like Funaki sign up for a match like this?
I don't know, but he walks into a sidewalk slam.
I mean, I know he has a lot to prove here in the World Wrestling Federation. He's a young, ambitious superstar with a wealth of talent. But he's giving up practically 3 100 pounds to Viscera.
I'm talking about superstars with a wealth of talent. Benoit, Saturn, Guerrero, Malenko. The 4 young men who stabbed Cactus Jack in the back this past week only to sign contracts with Triple H and Stephanie.
Well, certainly they are 4 opportunists. And we learned another valuable lesson, Michael, that it's not just about friendship here in the World Wrestling Federation, it's business.
It is business as Funaki tries to take some business to Viscera. And he's caught off the top rope by Big Vis. And Funaki might want to think twice about going to the air after that. Oh, man. What a slam by Viscera. You know, I understand Malenko and Saturn and Guerrero's point, along with, of course, Benoit. They have to feed their family. They need a contract. They need to make money. This is what they do. They're sports entertainers. But the way they went about it was not the right way, in my opinion.
Well, the way I look at it, Triple H is the ultimate opportunist. How smart is Triple H to realize giving these 4 men the opportunity to win their way into the World Wrestling Federation one week, having them lose, and then to go out and probably buy their services for 50 cents on the dollar.
Kevin, I agree with you. Triple H is smart. But you got to give a lot of the credit. Oh, man!
No.
A lot of the credit to Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley.
Are you saying that Stephanie was the conduit for this deal?
I think both of them were.
Well, we know Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley, the acorn does not fall far from the tree. Her business savvy is inbred. She can't help it.
Well, Funaki going for the Hurricane. In no man's land, and Viscera just planted Funaki. Funaki may need a wheelchair to get him backstage. What the hell was that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, man! The big splash. Viscera picks up the win.
Here's your winner, Viscera.
A little later on in the hour, we'll see The Rock in a special appearance on Star Trek Voyager. Plus, Michael will also see Mark Henry go one-on-one against the Big Boss Man as the great in-ring action continues here this afternoon on Heat.
Kevin, what in the world are the posse doing now?
Hey, what's going on? You having a good time, bro? Hey, you having a good time? What's up, Pete? That's how you preparing, huh? That's how you preparing to face me? That's probably why your goofy got choked out the first time. And I'll tell you what, you're getting choked out again tonight.
I'm not...
Rodney.
Weighing in at 305 pounds, the Big Boss Man.
And Kurt Angle, of course, the new European champion, defeated Val Venus yesterday on SmackDown.
Well, no candy, hearts, or flowers are going to be exchanged between the Big Boss Man and Mark Henry. Boss Man's going to look to have Mark Henry do some hard time.
We talked about Valentine's Day being tomorrow. I know what you've gotten for Valentine's Day.
What's that?
A little bit of poontang pie from The Rock.
Yeah, laugh it up. Listen, it's not my first time at the barbecue.
That isn't what The Rock told me. As Mae Young looking on, Big Boss Man glaring at the nearly 80-year-old love of Mark Henry's life.
I can tell you that Mark Henry's feeling very possessive and very protective of Mae. I'm a little surprised that Mae's out here at ringside.
Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, again, Mark would want to keep Mae Young in the back. But a spirit like Mae Young is not going to take no for an answer.
You know who else isn't taking no for an answer?
Who's that?
The Big Red Machine.
Wow.
Kane returning with Paul Bearer, his father, in tow on Raw Friday night. And then the destruction that Kane left as SmackDown went off the air yesterday was unbelievable. With the tombstone pile driver of his ex-girlfriend, Tori.
Well, breaking up is hard to do, but giving her the tombstone felt so good. Talk about retribution for a broken heart.
And what do Triple H and Stephanie have planned this coming Friday night on Raw for Kane and Paul Bearer?
Each step along the way, X-Pac has been there for Triple H. And I have a feeling that X-Pac is going to go to Triple H and say, listen, what Kane, right, I can't beat Kane by myself. I need help from the coalition. And you're talking about a six-headed monster.
I mean, Kane is so blind with passion. I mean, Tori was his first love. Tori didn't care about Kane. She stabbed the poor guy in his heart. Now, perhaps Kane went a little too far by delivering the tombstone pile driver. Perhaps Tori did have it coming to her, but the bottom line now is this, Kevin. Kane has got his eyes set on not only DX, but in particular, X-Pac. And if I'm X-Pac, I'm heading for the hills.
Mae Young had better be careful because the big boss man appears to be on the warpath here this afternoon on Heat. A very good point. Be interested to see what happens this coming week on Raw and on SmackDown.
Jack Doan telling the former corrections officer to put down that little tool he has, which he did in the corner of the ring.
Mae Young's going over there and picking up that tool.
What is Mae doing?
Well, God bless this woman's spirit. I'll tell you. Oh, get it! Get it, Mae! Get it! Go, girl!
Mae Young just let Boss Man into sexual chocolate. They make a pretty good team, Mae and Mark.
Mae taking a swing at Jack Doan.
And Mark Henry telling her to get out of the way.
Boy, the spirit of Mae Young is absolutely incredible.
Look out! Reversal! Oh, Mark Henry wiped out the steel stairs. You can hear the thud echo throughout this full-out arena.
If you look at what Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah have done for senior citizens, it's incredible. Showing them that life doesn't end at 65. It's just beginning. Stay active. Stay young. Get a young boyfriend. Hit Boss Man with a nightstick. Do whatever you want to do, girl.
You sound like a spokesman for the AARP.
I think it's great.
You know, we were talking about No Way Out, Kevin, earlier on. Cactus Jack and Triple H, big Hell in a Cell match for the title. But the winner of that match will defend the WWF Championship at WrestleMania. However, the winner of the Rock Big Show match at No Way Out is going to be the challenger.
And The Rock is saying it's automatic pilot for him on track.
Wait a minute, cover on Mark Henry, kick out after 2. And look at Mae Young on the apron.
There's no stopping her, and there's maybe no stopping The Rock in his path to WrestleMania, except for
the
a
Big Show.
7'2", 500-pound, massive destruction called the Big Show,
who just personally hates The Rock.
And personally chokeslammed The Rock a couple of SmackDowns ago. I don't think The Rock has forgotten about that either.
Boss Man laying the SmackDown on Mark Henry. Fans are all over Boss Man as Mark Henry's whipped into the corner. And Boss Man walked right into those huge arms of sensual chocolate. What a belly-to-belly slam. Mentioned Mark Henry's been more focused since he's been with Mae. He's a one-woman man now.
You really think so?
I think so. I think he's cured. Oh, there it is. Big leg across the sternum.
That should do it.
Boss Man's done for. There's 2 and a kick out.
Boy, Boss Man, an endearing image of the World Wrestling Federation over the past 10 years. Being part of the legacy, the heritage, and the history of the WWF, and really showing a way to go here in the year 2000.
Mae Young may not be mistaken for a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, but she's cheering her man on. And look at Mark Henry. Across the back of the neck of the Big Boss Man.
Keep in mind, Michael, Mae Young's first professional match in the ring was in 1939. She's competed in 8 decades.
And Mark Henry's competed in 1, and Boss Man gets his shoulder up.
Oh, wait a minute now. Mae's throwing that nightstick in for Mark, but Mark didn't see it.
Mark never saw it. Boss Man has got it. Oh!
Mark is concerned for Mae's well-being and didn't see the plan.
And Mark's out cold. Boss Man picks up the win. A little miscommunication there between the Lovebirds.
Well, Mae Young tending to Mark Henry.
Valentine's Day going to be celebrated with a bump on his head for Mark Henry.
Well, while Mae is tending to her man, the action continues here this afternoon on Heat. Wait a minute, what's going on with the posse?
Choked out. It's his match. He's the one that started all this. Stupid. What are you doing? I'm putting it back the way it was. You know,
I don't remember it being like that.
When we walked in,
I don't
said
remember
Rodney.
that. I don't remember.
What are you talking about?
I don't remember that.
No, that's not right.
I'm telling you how I remember it.
This.
This is how I remember it.
You can't keep doing this.
Don't worry about it. This is how I remember it. That is good. That's real good. Now let him get choked out. Whatever happens. What's going on? Hey, Joe, what's up? He was just laughing at it.
No, I wasn't laughing.
He's laughing at
you. Know what I was doing? No, because you got a match with Tazz, and I said you had the best opportunity out of all of us.
It's not a big deal.
No, seriously.
I got your back.
I got it. Seriously, I don't. I got it. Come on, let's go talk strategy.
Don't worry, you beat me. Listen, you got it. Brother, I'm there for you.
Seriously, bro.
Rodney is there for you. I'm there for you.
Well, while the name on that board continues to change, we know it is going to be a very brutal affair when Cactus Jack and Triple H battle at No Way Out for the World Wrestling Federation Championship inside Hell in a Cell.
Well, it's time to put this matter to rest. This has gone on too long. It's time to finish it once and for all. And No Way Out. One more time, but this is it. Your last shot at me, your last shot at the WWF title. There will be no 2x4 wrapped in razor sharp barbed wire. There will be no sharp metallic objects. There will be no thumbtacks. You leave me with only one choice. Hell in the Cell. You asked for it. You got it. Do you have the guts?
Triple H doesn't want to get inside a Hell in a Cell with Cactus Jack with a WWF title on the line. I can tell you that.
I will go through hell in the cell with you. But I want your career on the line. You want my career? I have done it all, except for one thing. I have never main evented a WrestleMania in my life. You're damn right. I will put my entire 15-year career on the line. You look at me and make damn sure you understand. There will be no ridiculous stipulations, no title defenses. That's it! I win! I go to WrestleMania, and you sit home. Cactus Jack, you have 20 days left in your glorious 15-year career. Because in Hell in the Cell, I will end it for you.
Wow, the Hell in the Cell is certainly going to be very interesting indeed. We know The Rock is going to be busy at No Way Out. But The Rock has also been busy on the small screen as well, recently appearing on an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
And action.
Characters of Pandari, the alien species of Pandari, are known for their superior strength and, of course, intelligence, hence the gimmick above the head there.
And that gimmick's not easy to get there. The Rock in makeup for hours, starting at 6 a.m. to have it applied.
No chance of losing my eyebrow when you take it off.
Oh, no, this is totally safe.
Star Trek, the sci-fi show that it is, a lot of detail and a lot of work goes into the makeup. Just for the record, I'd like to say that The Rock has his own puffer. Puff. We tried to limit the makeup that went on me. Fear not, the people's eyebrow will definitely be in. Even with this little apparatus here, we're still able to get the people's eyebrows. It's all that matters. Well, this Rock's trailer is getting ready to go get dressed right now. When he comes out, he's going to be an alien Pandari champion. Is that right? Is that what it is? It doesn't matter what it is. The Rock's going to be the best damn Pandari champion you've ever seen. Be back. Character's part in the storyline, the Pandari, the champion. He's taking on one of the main characters of the show, 7 of 9, who's played by Jerry Ryan. You are no bigger than a Tarkanian field mouse. Pink's insulting me by putting you in the pit to face me. Jerry's been fantastic.
I must warn you, I possess superior strength.
She's been more than willing to go out of the way and help me when I needed it, and she's a great girl to be around. She's got rock fever. It's unbelievable. Temperature's running about 112. The scenes with Jerry Ryan are going to be pretty intense, obviously. I'm trembling. She's kind of a hands-on woman herself. And ultimately wind up giving her the rock bottom. Well, when The Rock gave Jerry Ryan the rock bottom, The Rock's reaction was quite simple. Electrified.
Fear not, 7 of 9 fans. Jerry uses a stunt double for most of the physical stuff. Still, The Rock does win the battle, giving 7 of 9 her first ever defeat.
The Rock gave 7 of 9 the rock bottom.
just as hard, just as fast as he would every other jabroni. The only difference is 7 of 9 didn't scream like all the other WWF jabronis do.
Well, The Rock has him screaming with delight over his part.
When I first heard in the production meeting that, no, we're trying to get The Rock, and I first said, yeah, sure, to come do a little guest star in this. When it came through, I was thrilled.
And The Rock's thrilled, too, even getting one of those Star Trek catchphrases down.
The Rock is boldly going where no other WWF superstar has gone before, and that's nothing new to The Rock.
As we've been talking about throughout the hour here on Channel 4, the actions from Friday night on Raw. Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, Perry Saturn, and Eddie Guerrero turning their back on their friend Cactus Jack.
That's right, Michael. If the last 2 days in the World Wrestling Federation have shown us anything, is that it's not about friendship at all here in the World Wrestling Federation. It's all about business.
Just like to take this opportunity to thank you, the WWF fans, for your support and just for the privilege of being able to perform in front of you.
You guys saying goodbye, JR? Sounds like it.
We also came here tonight to personally thank the man who made this opportunity all possible. Is Cactus Jack in the house?
Wait just a second. Oh, here we go. This is about to pick up, JR. It certainly is.
The four of you have got two choices. You can either get your out of this ring, or you can show your appreciation to the man that gave you your contracts.
And let it go! Go, my God! Go! The Radicals are attacking Cactus Jack! He might have given the Radical contract! This gang of they're decimating Cactus Jack! Triple H, don't do it! Yes! The pedigree on a helpless Cactus Jack!
I'm not going to apologize for anything we did. What it boils down to is the almighty dollar. The almighty dollar.
If Mick Foley thinks that's the end of it tonight, he's wrong. Me and him, we're gonna pair up with the three of you guys tonight. Go against Mick Foley, and whoever he can find to hang out with him and be his partners. If he can't find anybody, he's on his own.
Cactus Jack, you got yourself in a situation where it's 5-on-1. Well, The Rock says this. Tonight your situation is not 5-on-1, it's 5-on-2.
Wait a minute! I'm Casey and too cool! We must be gonna join The Rock and Cactus! This is a war! This is carnage! It's the Outlaws! It's the Outlaws! They got weapons! The Outlaws have never got weapons! Oh, wait a minute! What the hell is this? It's back! Kane is back! And Kane is walking right through the mouth of hell! Kane wants X-Pac! Kane wants anybody in front of him! Oh no! Talk Slayer! Talk Slayer! There'll be hell to pay on SmackDown! Kane is back!
Divide and conquer. That's what we've got to do tonight.
And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start with you, Perry Saturn. Tonight in one-on-one competition, you're going to tear apart Grandmaster Sexay.
Oh, look out, here we go! Whoa, no! Went for the crossbody and he wiped out the referee. Oh my God! He's gonna fly from the top rope. He's gonna die! Whoa, got him! This one's over! Here we go! There's one! There's two! What a win this is gonna be! Oh no! Saturn gets the shoulder up! And about the count of 9! Oh, look out! There it is! That's the ring to Saturn! The referee obviously didn't see the foot on the rope. He's giving the victory to Perry Saturn!
Dean Malenko, ditto for you and Scotty 2 Hotty.
Scotty 2 Hotty into the world! Malenko's in trouble! There it is! And Eddie Guerrero can't believe what he sees standing outside the ring. Look out! Come on now! Guerrero from behind, referee never saw it! And he's setting him up, King, for perhaps the Texas Cloverleaf submission maneuver! And Scotty 2 Hotty's had enough! The Texas Cloverleaf by Dean Malenko!
Chris Benoit, you get the honor of beating the hell out of Rikishi.
And Benoit climbing to the top ropes. Are we going to see that flying headbutt? This one, the 10-man tag team out down rope. Benoit's in trouble with... Oh no, Rikishi dragging Benoit to the corner. Hey, look at this, the cavalry. Saturn, Malenko. Look at Rikishi, company's coming. You don't think Triple H said this? Look! Rikishi's running by but he's too cool. Gets some revenge on Malenko and Saturn for earlier tonight. Barry Saturn going for the ride. Rikishi is too cool, taking care of the radicals. I don't think this is exactly over, Michael.
Man, are you sure about this match with Kane? Come on, man.
Don't worry about it. Look at it this way. Kane can't beat you one-on-one. Kane can't beat me one-on-one. It's true. In a handicap match, we're gonna destroy him.
X-Pac top rope as well. Kane caught him with one hand. Jump slam. Triple H going for the ride as well. Triple H up and down. Wait a minute, Stephanie. What's Stephanie doing? She's got a chair. Stephanie rolling that chair into Triple H so he can use it as a weapon. Her husband with a chair to the back of the head of Kane. No, Kane can't be hurt by a steel chair. Look out! To the head of Triple H. Ah, he's the champion. And Tori now in the ring. And Tori grabbed the chair. Tori's the woman who stabbed Kane in his heart. Kane's broken heart has sent him over the edge. It helps. Come on. Don't do it, Kane. He's not going to do it. You let him do it. You let him do it. Yeah. Oh, and Kane let her go. He is human after all. He's stuck. Wait a minute. No. Oh, my God. Not the tombstone. No. The tombstone is Tori. My God. The Kane is destroyed. Triple H. X-Pac. Tori. The Big Red Machine. Can't be stopped. I cannot believe this.
Don't worry about it. You got it. Seriously, this is refreshing. What are you nervous for? You're not nervous for what you ate last night. You stink. Jesus.
I know, it does.
Jeez, Max, just relax. Hey, shut up. That's it. Oh, that's what?
So I see you're the big tough guy who volunteered to fight me.
Apparently you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so first you punked me out by volunteering to fight me, and now you're calling me dumb. You're calling me stupid. Well, I'll tell you who's gonna be stupid. You, when I deprive you of your oxygen and choke your out.
What in the world is this? Hey! It's the return of Gillberg! I forgot all about Gillberg! What's that belt around his waist, Michael? You know, Gillberg is the light heavyweight champion here in the World Wrestling Federation. He won the championship as Dwayne Gill, but has since transformed into this character known as Gillberg, a seemingly invincible character. Dwayne Gill, Michael, hadn't won a match in his 12 professional years in the World Wrestling Federation. His record was something like 0-604, and now he hasn't lost in a span of a year. I didn't think he had competed. There was rumors he had gone into like a witness protection program or something. You know, there's all these people out there, well, they're piping in these Gillberg chants. There's about 4 people who are actually chanting his name, much like his namesake. Body of Gillberg.
Not the music.
Looks like yours.
Not the music.
Body of a champion.
All right. Obviously, all you know who I am.
Yes.
I am the WWF Light Heavyweight Champion and have been for 15 months. And there's a lot of you think I'm a closet champion. Well, baby, tonight I'm putting out an open challenge to any light heavyweight in that locker room that thinks he can beat me.
Gillberg's coming out of the closet. I can't believe it. So Gillberg has now laid out an open challenge. You weigh $105, Michael. Get up there and challenge the light heavyweight champ. Well, somebody took the challenge, and who is it? Hey, we used to know him as Papi Chulo, but I understand he's now known as, our producers are telling us that he now is going by the name of Essa Rios. And he's accompanied by Lita at ringside. And look at the spear from Gillberg. Gillberg in control. Could be a short night for Essa Rios. Michael, I can't take my eyes off of Lita. Oh, man! Shot to the face by Essa Rios. Gaining some momentum. Nice reversal by Gillberg, or Dwayne Gill. Oh, man. What? Please, call him Gillberg. The man's on fire! Essa Rios now. Hurricane Rana. Gillberg in all kinds of trouble. Lita looking on at ringside. I need to get me a tattoo. And look at this. Essa Rios. Oh! Top rope! Look out! We've got a new light heavyweight champion! Wait, where the hell is she going? What in the world is Lita doing? No! I can't believe it! She did it just like Essa Rios!
somebody to mimic me at ringside. Get the hell out of here. Bring Lita down here. Put on the headphones.
She doesn't even need to talk.
Essa Rios, impressive. He's the new light heavyweight champion. The reign of Gillberg is over. Gillberg doesn't know what hit him. He just got run over by Essa Rios and Lita. A few weeks ago, Tazz took on the Mean Street Posse in a handicap match, and Tazz kept the Posse's winless streak alive, eliminating each Posse member one by one.
Well, earlier today on Heat, Rodney found out he was scheduled to face Tazz in one-on-one competition and took care of it in true Posse fashion.
But you know what? Yeah, right. Every single day, somebody's got to pay. Well, looks like Pete Gas will be wrestling Tazz tonight.
When Pete Gas found out Rodney had set him up to be Tazz's opponent, he went right to work, pulling yet another Posse-style move.
I'm telling you how I remember it. This is how I remember it.
You can't keep doing this.
Don't worry about it. This is how I remember it. That's good. That is good. That's real good. Now let him get choked out. And whatever happens, happens.
Later on, Tazz ran into all three members. He let a confused Joey Abs know exactly what was going to happen to him during their match tonight.
Well, I'll tell you who's going to be stupid. You, when I deprive you of your oxygen and choke your ass out.
What was that? Gas? What was that for?
I think Joey Abs' stomach was a little upset.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I don't
Wouldn't
blame
yours
him.
be?
Yeah.
First we thought it was Rodney and Tazz. Then it was going to be Pete Gas and Tazz. Now it's Joey Abs and Tazz.
I made it no secret. I can't stand the Mean Street Posse and what they stand for. I'm not so sure that even these thugs don't deserve what they're about to get.
Is about to change. Lock up the women and children. Batten down the hatches. Brooklyn's meeting Connecticut. There is no more two diverse spots on the map of the United States than Greenwich, Connecticut, where the Mean Street Posse hail from, and the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, New York, where Tazz comes from. I mean, Greenwich, Connecticut, it's all Rolls Royces and limousines. In Red Hook, it's all burned out buildings and homeless people. It's nothing but desolation. And what did Tazz say in one of those little features we've seen on him in recent weeks? Most of his friends are either in jail or they're dead.
He's absolutely true.
And Tazz goes to work on Joey Abs.
Men do not emerge from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn. And Tazz has walked this path of rage his entire career.
Northern Lights, bridge, cover, kick out after two.
The technical precision of Tazz is incredible. But you combine that with the intense hatred that burns within this man, it makes a lethal combination.
He's an animal. He's a Rottweiler.
Told all of his life he'd never succeed. Tazz heard from the time he was a child, you'll never be anything because of where you come from and who you are.
Well, Tazz proven to everyone, especially following his debut at the Royal Rumble, where make no mistake about it, believe you what you want to believe, Tazz handed Kurt Angle his first loss here in the World Wrestling Federation, choking out Kurt Angle at the Rumble.
Oh, wait a minute now, look at Pete Gas. He's getting himself. Oh, wait a minute.
And here's the double team by the Posse. Perhaps the only way they've got a chance is the double team Tazz.
Well, both Rodney and Pete served up Joey Abs for Tazz. They didn't stand by their word. Said it would stand by their man out here at ringside.
And Joey Abs hammering away on Tazz.
A couple of weeks ago, we saw Tazz do a number on the Mean Street Posse. But perhaps this is their chance for retribution.
Cover, hook of the leg, kick out. You know, the Posse yet to win a match here.
Finding out the World Wrestling Federation landscape is a little tougher than the alleged mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut.
And I think Tazz displayed all his skills in that huge triple threat match a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown against The Rock and Kurt Angle. All three of those athletes, the future is now in the World Wrestling Federation.
The future is now also for the McMahon-Helmsley Coalition, growing stronger with the acquisition of Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Barry Saturn, and Eddie Guerrero. That foursome making the powerful force controlling the World Wrestling Federation all the stronger.
And I think they highlighted the fact that desperate men do desperate things. They needed jobs. They needed money. They needed a contract. Joey Abs catches Tazz, cover, hooks the leg, two, and a kick out.
Joey Abs very impressive.
Make no mistake about it, those four men, making it well known that business is more important than friendship, at least among some of the superstars here in the World Wrestling Federation.
So look at them as guns for hire, if you will. You know that Triple H is going to have that foursome do their bidding. Triple H would love to do anything to possibly derail or slow down Cactus Jack heading into Hell in a Cell at No Way Out.
Oh, look at this. Joey Abs walked right into it. The technical precision of Tazz.
T-bone suplex there, nicely done.
You know what's scary about these four guys, Malenko, Guerrero, Saturn, and Benoit? They're quiet. They don't say too much, but they get their job done in the ring. It's been proven over the past few weeks.
Oh, wait a minute. Almost miscommunication there.
Well, there it was. Pete Gas, face first. Choke out by Tazz. Joey Evans taps out. Tazz picks up on the posse. But at number 13, proving to be unlucky for the Mean Street Posse. Tazz picks up the win over Joey Abs. He is intense. You want to talk about somebody that's serious in all business. That's Tazz. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, they're throwing Rodney down to the wall. Good. Rodney was supposed to take on Tazz. And Rodney's going to get his coming here. Rodney fighting for survival against a man who made his name surviving. Oh! And Tazz almost took the head off of Rodney. And Tazz is cleaning the ring of some Greenwich trash. And Rodney wipes out the rest of the posse. The mood is changing in the World Wrestling Federation. What's going to happen on Raw this week? What's going to happen on Heat next Sunday? For Kevin and Michael, we'll see you on